How fast could you do these multiplication problems without using a calculator? Matter of fact, could you do these in your brain? Well, I'm going to show you a fantastic way to do multiplication problems like this that requires no calculators, no paper or pencil. And these are 3 multiplication tricks that everyone should know. And the best part is that these tricks are not gimmicks or magic. They're actually based on real mathematical principles to make multiplication much, much easier. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with trick number 1. So how do we multiply a 2-digit number by 11? So everyone knows when we multiply a single-digit number by 11, all we have to do is repeat the digit. So for example, 5 times 11 is 55. So no problem there. But how about a 2-digit number times 11? Well, there is a fantastic trick to do these type of problems, and we'll call this the 11 trick. So all we need to do to get the answer is add the digits. So 3 plus 5 is what? Well, 3 plus 5 is 8. So all we have to do now is put that answer 8 in between our number 35, and we have the answer. So 35 times 11 is 385. All right, so that is the 11 trick. Let's see if you can actually apply this with these examples. All right, so 42 times 11, what is the answer? So go ahead and put that into the comment section, and then we'll go ahead and do this example as well. 81 times 11. So remember, what you're going to do is add the digits and then put that answer in the middle. So here you're going to be adding 4 and 2, and then in this problem you're going to be adding 8 and 1, and again you're going to put that answer right here. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the solutions. This is super easy. 42 times 11 is 462 because 4 plus 2 is 6, and again we're going to put that answer right in between 4 and 2. All right, now if you want to go ahead and get your calculator and check this, that is perfectly fine. But again, we're multiplying 2-digit numbers by 11. All right, so how about 81 times 11? Again, we're going to add up these digits is what? Well, 8 plus 1 is 9. We're going to put that right in the middle of 81. So our final answer is 891. Okay, so if you got these right, that is fantastic. You definitely get a happy face. But there is a twist to this trick, and that is what happens when the sum of the digits is more than a single digit number. So for example, if we have 57 times 11, well, 57, if we add up the digits, is going to be what? Well, that's going to be 5 plus 7 or 12. Well, in these cases, what you're going to do is keep the 2 and carry the 1. All right, so our answer here is what? Well, we're not going to put in 12 in between 57. So our final answer would not be 5127. So again, what we're going to do is keep the 2 and carry the 1 over to the first digit. Okay, so that's going to be 1 plus 5 is 6, and then we'll have our 2 in the middle, and then of course we'll have our 7. So our final answer is 627. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to our second multiplication trick. So our second multiplication trick is the distributive property. And this very well may be one of the most powerful properties in math. Well, it's definitely one of my favorite because it is so awesome. And you could do pretty much any multiplication problem using the distributive property, and this is very, very powerful in algebra as well. So I think the best way to learn the distributive property is to see it in action. All right, so here is a simple example of the distributive property. All right, so let's take the problem 2 times 10. Now, of course, 2 times 10 is 20, no problem there. But what we can do is use the distributive property to do this problem. And that is if we take this number 2 and we think of 10 as any sum or difference that we want. And in this example, I'll think of 10 as 8 plus 2. We can get the same answer. And the way this works is we're going to distribute the 2 into the numbers inside of the parentheses. So that's going to be 2 times 8, which is 16, plus 2 times 2, which is 4, and 16 plus 4 is 20. All right, now a lot of you might be saying, hey, this is like a long way to do this simple problem. Well, all I'm trying to do here is show you the distributive property. And this is an awesome property to do multiplication. So let's take a look at another example. How about 19 times 7? Okay, so what we can do is think of 19 as some sort of sum or difference. It's really up to us. So let's think of 19 as 20 minus 1. So now our problem is 20 minus 1 in parentheses times 7. So now what we can do is take this 7 and distribute in. So 7 times 20 is what? That's 140 minus 7 times 1 is 7. So 140 minus 7 is 133, which is the answer. Okay, so the distributive property is critical not only in basic math, but in algebra as well. By the way, if you are enjoying this video, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you want my best math help, make sure to check out my full courses. You can find links to those in the description of this video. All right, so our last trick, but certainly not the least, is double and half. This is a fantastic trick and very well maybe my favorite little trick out of all of these little kind of multiplication hacks. So let's see how it works. So when you are multiplying two numbers, what you can do is double one and half the other and do that multiplication. So again, I think this is easier to see. So let's say we had 25 times 16. So we could double this number, that would be 50, and half this number, that of course would be 8. And now what we have is an equivalent problem of 50 times 8. And most people could figure out that this is 400 because 8 times 5 is 40. And then we have this 0. But what's cool about this trick is that we can double and half again. So now we have 50 times 8. And you might be saying, maybe this is a little bit too hard for me. We'll double and half again. So what is the double of 50? Well, that is 100. And what is the half of 8? That is 4, and of course everyone can do this problem, 100 times 4, which is 400. All right, so this is a fantastic little trick, and let's go ahead and take a look at another problem. All right, so here is 15 times 24. So what could we do? Well, you could start doubling and halving, right? So this would be 15 times 2, or the double of 15, which of course is 30, and then we would half 24, which is 12. So now we have 30 times 12. Now at this point, a lot of you might be saying to yourself, well, this is still kind of hard to do. Well, you could double and half again. So 30 can double to 60, and then 12 can half to 6. So a lot of people could do this problem right here, 60 times 6, which of course is 360. But at this point, you could even use the distributive property to finish this up. So now instead of 30 times 12, I can think of this as 30 times 10 plus 2, which of course is 12. And then I can use the distributive property. So 30 times 10 is 300, plus 30 times 2 is 60, which of course is 360. All right, so again, knowing how to do practical math, especially without a calculator, is super important. And again, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you love learning math, I have thousands of videos on my YouTube channel that can help you out from basic math to advanced math like calculus. But my best math help will always be in my math help program. And again, you can find the links to all my courses in the description of this video. All right, so with all that being said, I definitely wish you all the best in your math adventures. Thank you for your time and have a great day.